Welcome back to Anchor Designs. I'm James, and this is going to be episode 4 now of our monthly-ish videos. So the last one was for April. This is kind of going to be for May/June time. And I'm kind of going to do these videos for shop updates, little snippets of projects that I've been working on, upcoming videos, and all that jazz. So let's get started. First one on the tool rest, it was equipped with one of these, which is just the original knob. I'm a big fan of using these, which I just call these ratchet machine lever clamps or something like that. And these are a lot nicer. So I'm going to be, this was 3/8, I'm just going to open this out to 10mm and tap this out to 10mm. So that's going to be a lot nicer to use. What I find with this is that it's just not very ergonomic to use. And I'm having a few problems with my hands at the moment, so this is just a lot easier for me to kind of grip and actually clamp down on, and I can move it out of the way, etc. And this brings me over now to a new tap and die ratchet holder set that I've just bought, and it's made by a company called Gear Wrench. If you're not familiar with these, this is it comes with kind of 2 attachments really that you get. So you get one that's going to be your tap holder. And this is on a ratchet as well, so it's obviously on and off, and you can just put this on here and you can start tapping. This is super nice. One of the bonus of these as well is that it's got a push pin at the top, and this is going to be able to allow you to line this on the tailstock on the lathe or in the pillar drill with a round centre on. So these are really nice. They're not cheap, but I'm going towards using this more than any other set that I use. I thought I'd just use it for the lathe, but this is really nice for the die holders. The only downside to it that I found so far, it will only take the hexagon die, so I'm going to machine up an adapter for my round ones just so that can slot in there. I just need to get some hex bar and then bore that out. Not a big job, so I'll probably do that sometime in the future. But it's also got, on the larger die holders, it's got the adjustable pins that fit around the workpiece that I've never seen on one this small. My big Presto set has that, and that's really nice. Quality is really good. It's made in China, which I didn't know about until it arrived, but yeah, you know, it's pretty nice. Just thought I'd share that one with you. Okay, that's it all installed now, so we're nice and tight. I mean, that's moving this, not that, which is super for me. A lot more purchase on there. I've also rounded off the base of this, so I'm not going to be marring up the actual post itself. And I know what you're thinking, is it going to get in the way? It's not a problem. Simple push of the button, and she's out the road. Nice. Okay, the next update is I have recently bought a Works Hydro Shot Jet Wash. This is I think just the 20 volt, yeah, 20 volt basic kind of cordless jet wash. And I was going to do this month's tool review on one of these, but I'm sending it back to Amazon because it's rubbish. So I'm not going to be doing a test on this. This is literally going back in the box right now, and it's going back to Amazon. The battery doesn't hold charge, and the charger just keeps flashing green. The pressure was pretty pants. I knew that kind of when I bought it, but I wanted this to clean the boat and just clean the car. Won't do it. It's a bit like when you go on a really long journey and you get to the service station and you go to the toilet. Okay, the next one is actually a thank you, and that is to a lovely member of the channel. I'm not going to release his name for obvious reasons, but we have sold our first Anchor Designs grinding jig. So I've had lots of questions about these, quite a lot of interest, and we sold our first one. So genuinely, thank you so much for buying it. It's a super proud moment. It's the first thing I've ever actually made and sold. So it was a big step for me, and so far so good. I'm going to look out for some feedback from him, and I've already had a few ideas for kind of Mark II. One of which is some nylon bar, which is going to make some spaces on the Myford lathe to act as like an additional clamp. So we're going to make a big round disc that sits on the top of there, and it's going to push the round into that V shape. So I will be sending one of these out to kind of upgrade the one that has already gone out. So thank you very much. Cheers. And the second point I would also like to raise is I sold the forge. So the forge that we built, I put that on eBay and it was up for all of about 8 hours and it sold straight away. Really nice guy to deal with. He's watched the videos, so again, thank you very much. That was the first forge that we sold, and I'm waiting for feedback on that, so I'll be putting that, if it comes back in time for this video, I'll be putting that in the description. So if you are interested in any of these products, then you can send me an email on this tag below. One thing I will mention is, because they're in such low quantities being produced at the moment, the costs are pretty high. The grinding jig in particular is about £75 for what you pay, and the blacksmith collapsible forge is about the same. So I'm hoping if we get more people interested, involved, it's going to help people out, then I'll be able to bring the cost down, but it's something that we're working on. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to start getting onto upcoming projects, and I decided with the money that I made from the jigs is invest that into something a little more interesting for the content. So I've never done pen turning before. I've done quite a lot of different types, but I've always been interested in pen turning. There was lots of these kind of jigs that you can buy off eBay, and they all looked a little bit pants, but this one is the Axminster one. You know, full disclaimer, they're not interested in this channel at all, so, you know, they haven't sponsored this by any means. So this is something I bought with my own money, blah, 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 blah. So far so good. Yeah, it's quite nice. Morse taper one, 4 bearings. Big thing for me is that it's made in the UK, down in Axminster. So we're going to be checking that out and hopefully making some pens. Okay, another upcoming project. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it in one of these style videos or I'll do a dedicated video to it. But you'll notice around my shop that I am a big fan of old tools. One of which is Allu. I have quite a few Allu tools. And I just really like the heritage, the quality of the tools, etc, etc. And I managed to pick up a really rough Allu 1/4" router, and that's going to need quite a lot of love, work and fettling to kind of get it back in order. And I'm hoping that I want to kind of do like a video, is Allu or is an old router second-hand worth buying in 2020 video. I think that'd be quite nice for people trying to get into this. You know, I paid very little for this. You know, I paid £10 for it, and I want to see what it's like to its kind of modern day DeWalt equivalent. I don't know if that'll be interesting to people or not, but I think it's something that I'm quite looking forward to doing. And we're going to get really into detail of, you know, how worn is the spindle, how to check, things to look out for, and which ones to buy. Just, you know, quick one on this. This was a Swiss made one, so this was made in, you know, very, very high quality manufacturing process. So I'm not sure if that's going to be of interest. If it is, then, you know, leave a comment or, you know, probably upload it anyway. But yeah, that's an upcoming project as well. Here is a very, very small sneak peek of a upcoming video, which is a Record 75 full restoration. Came out really, really well, and we're going to be machining some jaws as also a upcoming project. So I have been having quite a bit of a clear out of the workshop. I've been getting rid of things that I just don't use and one, you know, were from a previous life, etc. So a lot of this area that you see here has been cleared out. The drill press isn't mine. I'm just holding it for a friend. But I've managed to clear out quite a lot of stuff on this side, and the boxes are just empty, just from more upcoming projects, etc. One of which is because I've got into wood turning. I've gone a bit mental trying to get blanks and things, but on a budget. You know, everything in the workshop, home budget especially, is on a budget. So I've been keeping an eye out on eBay for job lots of like offcuts, pen blanks, and you do tend to get a really nice variety of different types of wood for a lot cheaper than you can buy at, you know, typical suppliers. The bits that people don't really want or have given up pen turning, etc. So yeah, I managed to get those. And the cream and red elephant in the room, and I've had quite a lot of messages about this, and it was a project that I started around about 1.5 to 2 years ago, which is the Myford woodcutting bandsaw. Now this attaches to a ML8 wood lathe, but I have actually made a stand for this previously, and I've made it freestanding, and we're going to be using it for a wood and metal bandsaw. And we're doing it on a budget, of course, so I have bought a wheelchair right angle reduction gearbox drive motors, DC powered, so we're going to be using a similar speed control that we did on the wood lathe, but this has got obviously a reduction gearbox, so we're going to have a lot more lower end torque, and it's going to be a little bit more compact. So that is a upcoming video as well, and I'm wanting to really get my teeth in that, very, very sharpish, so keep an eye out for that one. Okay, so we're going to tie up the end of the video now, and I do want to reiterate thank you so much for the people who have bought the products that I've put on eBay. I will be leaving a link in the description. I'm currently getting some more quotes and prices in from different suppliers, so there is a bit of a changeover period, but they should be up as soon as I get those prices back and I can start actually making them and welding them together. What else have we got? So we have got some future upcoming projects. We've just hit, I think, about 330 subscribers, which is fantastic. I do plan on doing quite a nice giveaway at the 500 mark, so make sure you hit that subscribe so you can enter into that, and that's, I don't know when that's going to be. It might be years yet, not sure, but hopefully that is going to be upcoming soon, so it's super exciting. And yeah, thank you for everybody's support, both on YouTube and Instagram. It has been great. So if you do want to check out these upcoming projects, please be sure to hit that subscribe, give me a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.